Hello, class. Welcome to week 8. Week eight's typically the milestone, right? That we're past the halfway point, and when and it's that dual-edged sword where part of it you're like going, okay, this has been kind of long, but then the flip side of that, the other side of the sword is you're going, man, it's gone by fast, and just consider where you've been just a few almost 2 months ago, a month and a half, 2 months ago, where you started and where you're at now, and the things you felt and the impressions that you've had, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing, to see BYU Idaho and the program that it has, and anyways, I just wanted to make a short video and just just basically tell you a story. So so a lot of people in the church have had many experiences that kind of make up what their testimony is. There's some big ones. Um, whether you grew up in the church where you had a youth conference or a girls camp or something like that, or maybe you had some major turmoil, or converts, you had missionaries that came in. But typically, all of us are lots of little experiences that add up to what our testimony is. And I just wanted to share. Well, that's actually not a small thing. It was a big thing for me. This was way back when I was 16 years old, and it took place here with the end of Second Nephi, and it's awesome. So this story is all the youth in the stake that had an eagle the previous year were invited to be a part of this 100-mile hike backpacking trip. And some of you is like, how is that a reward for me? I was like, yeah, I thought it was amazing. And so all the youth in the stake that got their eagles were going to go down to Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico and have this giant experience. When we showed up at the church, our stake president gave us all one of those really small, uh, uh, Book of Mormons, and he challenged us to read the Book of Mormon before we got back. And we're going to be gone about 3.5 weeks, and so we took that challenge, and the van that I was in, the minivan, we had been driving from California down to Southern California, about an eight hour trip, and so we've been reading the majority of the time. Our thought was like, let's get a chunk of this Book of Mormon done, And we were much like you, hopefully you better, but we'd made it through Second Nephi's Isaiah chapters, and what's really cool at the end of Second Nephi is Nephi's almost like, you know what? Since you guys hung in there and did your best, he's like, I'm going to reward you with just some clean, crisp, beautiful prophecies and revelation, and so I was kind of feeling that. And what I wanted to just read to you is the very last chapter of Second Nephi. If you can envision me, teenager, thinking I'm cool, in this van full of other teenagers, and we'd made it through Second Nephi. We're about to finish up, this book, and Nephi's just kind of landing on the line one last time. And as he expresses how he feels about us as he waters his pillow at night, and he speaks in plainness, right around, so it's chapter 33 of Second Nephi, verse 10. Nephi says here, Now my beloved brethren, and also Jew, and all ye ends of the earth, hearken unto these words, right, the book, and believe in Christ. And if ye believe not in these words, just believe in Christ. And if ye shall believe in these words, and if ye shall believe in Christ, ye will believe in these words, for they are the words of Christ. And he hath given them unto me, and they teach all men that they should do good. Now what's crazy, in the middle of the driving down the road and reading, when I read that, well, somebody else read it and I was following along, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. The Spirit comes in, it's like, bam, and I felt it. And when Nephi's like saying, these are the words of Christ, there was no doubt in my mind. I was like, I knew it, I felt it. And a little crazy thing happened is, I started to cry, and as a cool 16-year-old, I was like, I can't let these guys see me crying. And so I instantly became tired. And so I just kind of leaned my head against the window, closed my eyes, and just sat there going, this is awesome. This is amazing. And this is true. And so just enjoy these last couple of chapters and say farewell to Nephi.